Hi guys and girls, welcome to your face reading channel. This is Nitesh, your face reader from chehraspeaks.com, and today I'm going to do an interesting facial analysis of Aurangzeb, and I have 3 of his pictures and we are going to look at 5 of his facial features and what it indicates about his inner qualities, about his strengths, about why he was for what he was. What I want you to do is to look at your face and see whether you possess these features on your face. It is very important to ascertain that each one of us is born with a gift that is the facial features that you're born with, and each of those facial features possess a certain set of gifts for you, a certain set of challenges for you. And once you're aware of those facial features and what they indicate about you, you can utilize your stream of gifts better, is what I would say. So look at these facial features. If you have these facial features in you, they indicate about the beautiful quality that you possess and what could be some of the strengths and what could be some of the challenges that it may offer. So let us deep dive into the magic board here. As you could see, these are some of the pictures that I have taken from Wikipedia, and the picture credits are there in the description as well. And here, this is a side angled picture where we'll reflect a few of the features here. So the very first feature which you could observe is what? Guess what? So it's a very long and prominent nose that you could see, and it's a downward sloping nose, right? It's a long nose which you could easily make out because it is kind of stretching towards the philtrum zone, and it is downward sloping, which means this indicates a sense of deliberate thinker. Whenever a person has a downward sloping nose, it indicates a person who is very deliberate in terms of his decision making. There is less of the sensitivity component. People with an upturned nose, they can be emotionally very sensitive, but one with a very downward sloping curve as he has, it can indicate a sense of very deliberate thinker. These are some of the facial traits which a lot of politicians possesses, where it strengthens you on the aspect of decision making, but it also forces you to be strictly on aspects of making things work, taking decisions purely on the aspect of what is beneficial to you in the long term. So that is something which this particular curve, the downward sloping curve, indicates. Of course, the long nose indicates a desire for power. Whenever a person has a sense of longish nose, it indicates how much they want to make an impact through their work, how much they want to stand out. So if nose stands out from your face, it indicates your desire to stand out. It indicates that you want to make your mark in the world. It also indicates a sense of drive or an ego that a person may possess. So you'll observe a very longish nose in a lot of leaders that you see around in companies, in government, in politics. Even Narendra Modi ji has a very big long nose. So nose indicates your sense of strength towards striving for power or striving for making a mark, right? The other feature that you could observe here is that his ear position, if you observe his ear position, is pretty much above the eyebrow ending, right? And whenever this particular thing happens, it indicates that you have a faster speed of processing information when the ear tops are quite above the eyebrow line. So mentally processing the information could be pretty quick with respect to what his inner design reflects, and that is one of the traits that enhances your mental faculty, right? So that is something which the ear position, the high ear position indicates. The other thing that we can make out from a side angle picture here is that if you observe his chin thrust, that is, if you look from the side and if you observe the thrust of the chin, so let's say if it would have been an even angled chin, the chin would have somewhere ended on the straighter line. But what you're observing here is that the chin thrust is kind of pretty wide, it's pretty outward. like this, right? It's pretty outward. So whenever a person has the outward chin, what it indicates is a sense of competitiveness, a sense of aggression. It's kind of a protruding chin, and whenever there is this particular facial trait on one's face, it indicates how competitive, how aggressive they can be with respect to what they want in their life, how stubborn they can be. And a lot of historical facts indicate how stubborn Aurangzeb was, how even at certain points in time cruel he was with respect to the deeds that he did, right? So it's important that if you possess this particular facial feature, it's important that you use it to the best of your advantage. That is the most important part, as I mentioned in the introduction of the video as well. All the facial traits that you have, they possess a certain set of gift, a certain set of challenges. Where you use it is something which kind of enhances your feature. Rishabh Pant has a very protruding chin, and chin stands, as I mentioned, for the mark of your competitiveness, your aggression. Chin also indicates how strong your will is. Because of the protruding chin that Rishabh Pant has, who is the Indian cricketer who has survived the accident, a very tumultuous accident, he has came back to the cricket field and started playing cricket, which in itself is a glorious achievement and a glorious feat. A person who has a very strong will can only do that. And if you look at his chin, it's something which shows how resilient, how stubborn he can be towards the progress that he wants to make. So that is something which is you can observe how the chin thrust is. Here it's the protruding one, which indicates a sense of strong stubbornness, strong will, strong character, in sense of being adamant to what he wants, right? So that is something which we have observed from a side angled picture. Now I'll take you to the other picture. This is of course the other side angle picture that we have here. The other aspect that I want you to see here is that the eyebrow height, when it is compared to the eyes, is pretty high, right? We'll be able to better gauge it from this particular picture. So if you see, the eyebrow height is higher than where the eye placements are, and whenever a person has eyebrow height, that is the distance between the eyebrows and the eyes, stands a significant height, it indicates how much of a strategic planner a person is, how much they have this tendency to hold in ideas, hold in things into them, within them, and thereby use that information to plan your sense of attack. And that is where you'll observe in Chinese medicine, it is often said that on women who is carrying this particular high eyebrow set, can indicate they are queen's eyebrows, right? Which means it again strengthens on the fact of a person who can be the leader, who can be very strategic, who can withhold information that is necessary and not dispel it. Of course, there are certain features on the face which kind of when you mix them, you can bring out this particular result, but this particular trait definitely strengthens on the strategic thinking aspect. The other aspect that I want to focus here, which is one of my most loved aspect within the face reading, is the Shen reflection. And Shen is nothing but the light of the eyes. It's the energy that one emanate from the eyes. It indicates about how your current spirit functioning is. And when you look at his Shen, that is the light of his eyes. Even though this picture is being painted by somebody else, but it can give a little feel of what he has gone through or what he is going through at that particular point in time. And when I look at his Shen, that is the light of his eyes, it indicates a person who is very focused on his mission, who can do things the way he wants to, who can accomplish things the way he wants to, and he has a plan for it. That is something which is pretty much evident from his eyes. And irrespective of the morals, he is very much willing to attain his goals, and let alone what happens, let alone how much lives he needs to take or how much lives can be affected by his decision. The Shen definitely indicates that he's very pushy towards his goal and what he wants to achieve in his life. So coupled with a very strong nose, the high eyebrow set, the ears that helps him in processing information, the downward sloping nose, it all together adds on to the leader, to the very powerful leader that he was. Of course, not remembered in a very good light, but these features adds on to the powerful positions or powerful features that a person may carry. So we have discussed upon the 5 features today. The very first of which was, I believe, we discussed on the downward sloping nose, then we discussed on the the ear position, then we discussed on the chin thrust, then we discussed on the high eyebrow placement, and then we discussed on the Shen component, that is the light of the eyes. Shen reading is one of the difficult components in face reading, and it comes by practice. So be at reading faces, observe more of your celebrities' face, see what the light of their eyes indicate. I have made a lot of videos on Shen, you can check that out. I have also made a video on Vladimir Putin and North Korean Supreme Leader Kim Jong-un, and I have very much focused on the Shen as well, so you can look out that video as well. And let me know, how did you find this particular video on Aurangzeb? I hope it gave you some fascinating insights around face reading, and this is pretty much it from my side. If you wish if you wish to get your face reading, what you can do is you can head over to my website chehraspeaks.com and select the reading that you want to take, and you can connect with me. You'll be having the tab located there which indicates get your face reading. It'll redirect you to my business WhatsApp. You can of course check the rates that are there on the site and connect with me. And if you wish to connect with me via Instagram, my Instagram handle is facereadings_with_Nitesh, and that is how we can connect, right? So yeah, this is pretty much it from my side. Thank you so much for being there. If you're there, if you feel this video was helpful, give it a thumbs up and share it with your friends who are fan of history and who want to just explore this particular art of face reading. So bye for now. This is Nitesh signing off. Have a beautiful rest of your day.